Thanks for tuning in to our bonus episode preview. This is just a short sample of this week's exclusive Patreon episode. You can hear the episode in its entirety by becoming a member at patreon.com/IndoctriNation, where you'll gain access to all of our exclusive episodes and merchandise. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much to all of you, the Patreon supporters, for your incredible support, for making sure that we are able to stay on the air, and it is so much appreciated. We wanted to do a special bonus episode for you for today, Friday the 13th. It is something that I think always causes people pause. And I know I have that with clients who will say, "Oh, I don't know if I can come see you on Friday the 13th. And I know, having worked in many different office buildings and lived in different apartments in New York and Boston, many of those buildings do not have a 13th floor. I mean, they do, but they don't call it the 13th floor. The thing that happens after 12, the floor just higher than the 12th floor, is of course the 13th floor. But it's called the 14th in many businesses and many apartments. So I also remember there was a time years ago that I also mentioned this on the podcast a couple of years ago, where my office building was having the front sign redone. Some of the lights had burned out. So they had a workman with a huge ladder in front of the front door of the office building. And so the whole ladder made this sort of upside down V over the front door, which would mean that people would need to go under the ladder in order to get in and out of the building. So there were so many people who were asking if there was another entrance or asking if there was another exit, which there was, but it was hard to get to and far away. But still, people were carrying all their stuff or walking in their heels to get to this exit and entrance that was much farther away than the one right in front of them. But they simply were not going to walk under a ladder because of the superstition of walking under a ladder. That's an interesting thing. And I remember walking under the ladder and people going, kind of making a sound. But there's some superstitions I was raised with and some that I wasn't. And walking under a ladder just happened to be not one of them. And so it didn't impact me in the same way, but I did stand there for a while just watching to see what people would do and seeing how paralyzed they were and how they were sure it was going to cause them harm. The superstition around Friday the 13th has deep historical and cultural roots, blending elements of both the number 13 and the day Friday, which have long been associated with bad luck in Western cultures. I don't believe it is, but it was still an important thing to talk about, I think, today, because it causes people to have so much fear. And this is actually fear-based indoctrination.